Hi guys, it's Arthur here. So finally, it's a different angle and different tank. This is my 20 gallon or 90 liter all-in-one system as well. Wanted to make the video about this for quite some time. So today I have a chance to do that, so let's go through it. So it's been running for 4 months and I had some issues, all the time. So first thing, when I started the tank, I did use some old salt. Had a old salt line from my old system, which was like at least 7 years old. Started to fill up the tank, filled it up, added the salt, everything was fine. And then after some while I started to test the tank and the parameters was way off. There was like alkalinity around 6, calcium 300, magnesium like 900, and I couldn't understand why. Then after a little thinking I realized that the salt is just not good enough, because it was just like one big clump. Even the bag was sealed, it was just getting moisture because it's been standing for so long time. So that was my first problem with it, but luckily there was no like fish, nothing inside, so I just ordered a new salt mix and that kind of fixed the problem. The next thing, first time in my life I wanted to use man-made rock. First of all, because they are painted, they give a little color even if it's a fresh tank, and you don't, when you go through that ugly phase, you kind of don't see all that brown stuff so much, and it still kind of looks all right. So this is an AquaForest rock. You can get them in 25 kilo boxes. So I got that. You can actually get from AquaForest, you can get actually as well for the nano tanks. It's much smaller. I think it's like only 7 kilos, and it's the plates and the bases are much smaller, so they are fit for the nano tanks or the smaller tanks. But I wanted to go with a big box because I knew that I could use it in the future. Probably I will set up new tanks again. So did that, made my rock structure. It's not the best, but it is what it is. Next problem what happened. Suddenly my alkalinity spiked to 11.6. I couldn't really get the point why it's happening. Then after some research and stuff, I found out that these rocks are filled with something what kind of balances out pH or helps with pH. At least that's what AquaForest says. And every time, if the alkalinity would drop down to, let's say, 10, every time when I would do the water change, it would spike up again, even though my salt mix, it's as well AquaForest Reef salt. And the mix, when you mix it at 1026 salinity, it should be around 8. So it was just spiking all the time. But then I did some research, and some people who have used it have noticed that as well. It just spikes alkalinity quite high. There's a post in Reef to Reef where a guy used the same rock in his like full SPS system, and he was running the Neptune system and tracking the alkalinity, and it just spiked in 1 hour. It just went overboard and stuff. So there is something in the rock which spikes. So I would suggest, if you start a new system, it's all right to go with this rock. But if you are using older systems, I wouldn't suggest to add it. Even though maybe AquaForest says that it shouldn't impact your older systems and stuff, but it's still there's plenty of people who have that problem. So that's one thing. Then I bought some clowns to start with, and the hermit crabs, and I had few of the snails as well running around. Uh, I was feeding them as much as I could to start with, and the next problem that I had, nitrates and phosphates. I just, no matter what I do, they were just all the time at the zero, and that's normal when you use something like that, like dead sand, like just dried out, and the same with a man-made rock. It takes quite a while until the stuff is saturated enough to 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 kind of get anything. So it just, the rock and sand is just sucking it all up. So I started to dose nitrates and phosphates as much as I can. I followed the instructions, no more than one nitrate a day and no more than 0.04 phosphate a day, or zero point 0.4 phosphates a day. So I've been doing that actually for almost a month now, and still, after like 3 days ago, I did the testing, and it still sits phosphates at 0 and nitrates 0.5. So I will just need to keep dosing it for a while. I don't want to I could go overboard and dose it triple the amount and raise it really high, but I just kind of don't want to do it, because eventually if I do it 2 or 3 times a day or 2 or 3 times a week, go overboard, it can just eventually be oversaturated. So and then yeah, need to do water changes, and then it's too much and all that stuff. That was, and that's still my issue what I'm facing with. I had a problem actually with the protein skimmer. That's my own fault. This is a AquaForest tank. It comes like a full set with a return pump, protein skimmer, light. The light is actually really good what it comes with. I just didn't like it, so I changed it out with radiance, and they've been doing good. The only thing why I didn't like the light was because it has like a strange timer. But if you're a beginner, I really suggest this kind of setup, because there's no app, there's nothing. You just plug it in, turn it on, that's it, it's running. The only problem, if your lights or if your electricity goes out, it kind of restarts your timer. There is like one button which says like 24 hours. You just press that one, and then you need to have external like a timer running on the light. I didn't want that because I had this lamp lying around the radiance, so I just decided to use that. But where I'm going with that, I was moving this tank from one room to the other one, and there was a lot of cords, like all the Reef tanks have. And my mistake was I plugged the light adapter in my protein skimmer, so it just killed it. And the tank was running for 2 weeks without the protein skimmer. That was the moment when actually my nitrates spiked with the phosphates, like really high. I did some water changes to bring them down, and feed it a little less. Then I ordered actually a new one. It's a Tunzi protein skimmer. I like it a bit more because it's actually even lower. You can lower it. It's just not sitting outside. So, and then of course after that, my nitrates went to 0 again. So I've been dosing. I've been thinking to maybe reduce my skimming, but in a way I better want that it skims heavy, and then I better dose the phosphates and nitrates. That was the other thing where I had a problem. I tried some SPS, they just died. Of course, they just bleached out actually pretty quickly. I bought some from a local guy to try them out, but nothing. But now it's been, let's say, a month, and the corals look pretty alright. The torch, now it's shrinked up because the lights are turning off and stuff. But during the day, plus I clean the glass for you guys. I tried my best. Normally it's really stretched out, and I really like it. So What I try to do with my clowns, I try to feed them as much as I can, because at the moment I have only 2 clowns, and lawnmower Blenny, what I got when we was buying fish for the 120 tank. So that's the only 3 fish what I have in the tank. I'm planning to get a few more, like smaller ones, just for the movement. The plans with this tank is to go kind of mixed reef, but I want to go like, there's this new product all for reef, which everyone is talking about and everyone is really super excited. I want to go with the give it a shot with that one. First of all, you only need 1 dosing pump, and it's pretty simple. You just mix it, dose it, and it should keep everything in the levels. I want to give it that one a try. With the 120 I will do something different. And then of course I got Taiji in this tank as well. I don't know, they love me, I guess. Got the SPS corals from my local guy, and it seems he has it because it was probably sitting on the frog plug. But at the moment there's only 1. Probably I will get millions of them as well. But the only thing how I can deal them with them down here, I'll just use some chemicals, give them a shot, see where it goes. So what else I have? I have the J-bow, the small pump running here, and one bigger one, which one I had lying around there in the corner. That one I'm going to switch out because it's just way too big, way too ugly. I'll probably get 1 more of these. But now we are actually on the track that the corals looks pretty alright. Don't pay attention to this guy now. He's shrinking for some reason now. Normally he's just really, really beautiful. So yes, few more fish, dose a bit more nitrates and phosphates, and then let's see where it is in a month's time. So then I'll start to add, like, the plants, a few of the AquaForest on the top here. Keep, like, I want to get few more of the torches, like get the golden torch here in the bottom, and move this one out of the way, and maybe make a little zoanthic garden here in the corner. I have few zoas and I really like them, so. But yes, that's where we are. That's the problems what I had with this tank, and that's probably not the first problem that I will get. So, but yes guys, a quick update. So happy reefing guys, and have a great evening, day, morning, and see you guys. Bye.